So there you've just seen a quick glimpse of my latest addition to my little Electrolux collection. It's the Z94 in Windsor blue and silver with cream or something. I can't remember what the description was in the brochures, but there we go. Cleaned up as best as possible for the time being. I've not actually been able to sort of polish these creamy bits of plastic. The grill's not too bad, but yeah, there's a bit of scuffing and a bit of polishing required, but overall it's pretty good. I don't know whether the camera picks this up. It doesn't matter what time of day or what the light's like. I'll try and hold it near, but tell you what I'll do. I'll read it out. So it's the Z94A, product number 9002851, and the serial number 220, 20th week of 1972. So it's a lot older than me, 6 years older than me. 1972, blimey, so it's 52. Doing all right for 52. It's a 550 watt motor, and it's the old type of motor. So I've had a look inside because I thought, oh, while I'm at it, while I'm cleaning it, I'll get the motor out and see if I can give that a bit of a service at the same time. Well, when I took it out, I was presented with something that I haven't actually seen before, and I believe that the 310 has the same kind of motor, same design. So this must be sort of pre-1973, I think, when the 330 came out. I think that's got the latest style of motor that I'm used to. This one, it's a bit taller and it's completely enclosed in plastic. So I can't actually show you the motor because it's all screwed up and you can't see it from in here. The bag, whoops, the bag came off, so that's good. We have a cloth bag, and this type that you see with the 305, 312, 80, 100, that sort of style. So that fits in there, and then if you notice on the back door, this throat is longer, so it will pierce into this membrane, I think that is, and then it will seal itself when you take it out. However, that's not really sitting very well. This might be a pattern bag actually. Yeah, I'll dig out a genuine because I have got genuine. But inside, let's tip it up. It's not too bad inside, but can you see at the bottom, there's what looks like plastic, different to the grill that we would see in some of the later machines. That is actually part of the motor unit. So when you take that out, there's a gaping hole. So that was a new one on me. So it's quite nice to learn something new. So I'm quite chuffed about that. However, I don't know how to restore those motors, so I need to learn and see if I can get some help on how to do that. But anyway, that's the inside. That is the bag. Put that back in. Ooh. Sounded a bit naughty, but I think it's fine. Now, I've cleaned this up as best as possible. The problem is, and you'll know this if you've got a similar style of machine with this vinyl, it's very, very difficult to get all the fine bits out. So I've used a nail brush and a toothbrush and a scourer and various microfiber cloths. Got most of it off. I've even used a toothpick and a cocktail stick to try and get in, but there's a few little bits of gloss that the naked eye can't really see it at a distance. If you really look up close, you can, but I don't think it looks too bad, and it's a beautiful colour. It seems odd to me that it hasn't got the strip down the middle, but as you see, it's got the sticker that says 94, made in England. Just a simple on and off switch, silver grille, rubber tyres that are not in the best condition, but they're okay for now. The grille pops off and there's a blowing port. So it's a pretty neat little machine. I think it looks better than it's performing at the minute, but I say if we can get the motor sorted out, it'll be fine. So that just brings me on to thinking about when this was out and what came before it, what came after it. So this was the middle of the road machine that Electrolux were offering, I think from about 1971 to 74. So below it would have been the 87, which is the cloth bag only machine, no wheels, just the skids, and very basic floor tool. You know, no bells and whistles. This is apparently the step up, and all you get is wheels. You've still got a blowing port, but it's just a slightly different design, and paper bags. So I don't know what the price difference was, but would it really be worth it? Not sure. Then above this, initially would have been 310 till about 1970, end of 72, beginning of 73. Then that's when the 330 came in, so the automatic type of machine, the automatic cut-off. So this kind of, you don't really get much more from this than you would from an 87, but you get a lot less out of this than you would from a 330. So I could understand why you still see quite a lot of 330s about, because there's a lot more to them. And an 87 would have been quite a popular machine for people to buy, because I think they were in production for nearly 10 years, I think. So yeah, so going back to what I was saying before, so I was thinking about what happened when this was out, what came before it, and what else was in this design. So we've got the 94 from the early 70s. Before that, and I don't have one, but I do have some paperwork for it, was this, the Red Rover. So this is the 91. So this is the first of this design to come out, which came out I think in 1969. And this little brochure, it's a little advert thing for it. It just talks about the exciting new machine that's coming and all its features. And there you've got the lady, looks like she's wearing a wig, all glammed up to vacuum her house to look pretty in the pictures, because they were very sexist days, weren't they? There you go. It's almost like colour pictures of what would be in the manual. So again, very basic. All you've got that's supposedly new would be wheels and paper bag. I think the paper bags with this, and we can check because I've got the manual, would have been the same as the 302s. The 65 I think had these type of bags. So they were the ones that fit into the cloth bag and then through a cage, and then you fold out the end. So I'm sure it was in here somewhere. Maybe not. Yes, there we go. The little demonstration on how to do the bags. See, she's all very glam. And there you can see it hung up on the wall with the horrible cross way that they've done the flex. I don't like that. So anyway, this was the first iteration, 91 Red Rover, followed by our friend here, 94. I'll put you to one side. That then was followed, 74, by my childhood favourite, 302. This ran, I think, from 74 to 79. It went through a few changes during that run. Towards the end of it, the badge design changed. So they got rid of this nice big badge, which I think looks really nice, and replaced it with what looks like the comic font, 302. I think also, it's the way the cable goes here, you can't see, but see there's just the wording Electrolux. The later style had the emblem, the branding, Electrolux symbol on there before the writing. But this, pretty much body-wise the same as the 94. It just has a different type of bag inside. It isn't that cardboard membrane, it's the fold out like with the 91. And then finally in the group we have 303. So this is exactly the same as this 302, whereas you've got bag differences and motor difference with 94, that's a 550. This is a 650 watt motor, and so is the 303. So by the end of the 70s, 79, Electrolux must have thought, do you know what, we can't be bothered to do anything new, we'll just change the colour. And we'll put the same machine out and call it something else. So there's literally no difference. The only difference you get with a 303 from a 302 is you get black tools. You get a black hose, a black flip over floor tool, which is the same as that. So it's angled, slightly more deluxe, and it's got a metal plate on the bottom, but it's in black. And that's the only difference. So I'm pleased that I've got 3 of the 4. I don't expect to get the 4th one, but it's quite nice just to see the difference in the colours, the similarities of the design, the differences in the design. Obviously, a different motor in this one to the one that's in these. Not as powerful, but yeah, a nice contrast, and very happy to have these in my collection. So I think what will happen is we've renovated this, restored that. So 303, she's working nicely. 302, also working very nicely. 94, when this is seen to, when the motor is sorted out, cleaned up, bearings greased, etc. Hopefully she'll suck a bit better than she was, because to be honest, it was a pretty lame effort. It's not too bad, but if you've got any sort of hair or fluff or anything like that, this is not going to touch it, even if it's just sitting on the top of the carpet. So once I've managed to get the motor sorted, we'll come back and do a bit of a demo on it, show you how powerful it is, and that will be her MOT'd and sitting sweet and pretty in my collection. So yeah, more to come, but I hope you like. I think the colour is beautiful. Classic design, and glad to have saved another